to your brother?
Well, here's my thing. We live in a world, and I've been listening to the whole conversation. Great points on both sides. But we live in a world now that's, first of all, full of deception. The whole world is deceived by Satan. And the question came out originally, is it the church's job to promote any type of philosophy as far as the world is concerned and politics or policies outside of the Word of God? Okay, now, my thing is the police are here to do a job, okay? If you don't break the law, you should not have a problem or issue with the police having to make a decision whether or not they're going to have to shoot you or let you survive, okay? Because you're within the parameters of the law. However, you may break the law. Are we talking about driving while black, or are we talking about breaking the law, period, that puts you in a position where the police is compromised, you're compromised, because, one, you broke the law?
Look, I can tell you this.
If we talk about Floyd, if we talk about George Floyd, okay, the police was called, they came to the situation, they evaluated the situation, and they made the decisions that they made. Did they make the right decisions? No. I don't think every decision was right in the decisions that they made. But being that they had that authority and they feel threatened, you have put yourself in a position to be compromised.
I can tell you this. My situation is that could happen to a white guy. That could happen to a white boy 10 times. I know people who have stood toe to toe with the police, white, and the whole outcome would have been different because they don't value the life of black folk. You know what I mean? They busted that girl's house, shot the house up. You didn't let these people know. You trying to get the guy because he may have been selling some marijuana or something. You busted his house in the middle of the night. He thinks you the people coming after his money. So he goes to shoot. You shoot the whole house up, shoot the girl in the bed and everything. That would never happen with white. And I live around white folk. These white folk will tell you that. They will tell you that. I mean, it would never happen with white. I recall one time, I was going to a masquerade party. And I thought, a little corporate event, I thought I'd go as a gangster. Just to, try to, be comical, this, that, and the other. My neighbors, they said, well, look, we won't see you when you get, my wife and I, a bunch of people going. They said, I had a little play Tommy gun with me, the people had a fit. They said, you can't carry that, through the streets. These people will shoot you because of who you are. They know. The black life is not valued. White George Floyd would not have happened like that. They figured this guy's another nigga from the hood, and if he died, he died. They got a Bull Connor mentality. They don't value that. You saw through the 60s, Bishop, you lived it during the 60s and all that. They had no value for these people marching peacefully down the street and try to beat their head in because they're asking you for a right that you promised them 2 or 3 times on paper before you deliver. And we sitting here and we don't know that.
Okay. Bishop, what's your take on that? I know we run.
Well, the whole 9 yards is that you got to give your brother the other scripture, which is in the 11th chapter of the book of Romans. The 11th chapter tells you that you got to be subject to these white folks because you're in captivity for what your forefathers did to the Most High in the Old Testament. You're in captivity. You ain't gonna be treated like no white folks. You're not equal with white folks in the country here. They are not gonna treat you like they treat their own. And you got to have that kind of understanding that I'm not gonna be treated like a white man. You got to understand your captivity. So we in captivity. Now God said we in captivity, He said, our fathers have sinned, and they are dead, and we are reaping the harvest of their transgressions in somebody else's land in North America, far from our border. And they're not going to treat us like they treat their own. You got to know that going in the game, and then you always going to be safe. You got to get it out your mind that you equal with white folks right now. You're equal with them. You're in captivity. In other words, you're in the United States penitentiary. Now you're in this, like being in the penitentiary. You ain't equal with the guards. The guards is over you in the penitentiary. Now the day you think you equal with the guards, you're gonna be in the hole all the time. Now when the guard tell you to do something, you got to do it in the penitentiary. So America is like the penitentiary, where I was in the penitentiary myself one time. They called it a workhouse. And my mother came to see me. And the guard told me, he said, you cannot go across that line. Now I'll tell you to go across the line. And I went across the line to see my mother. And he put me in bond and hold and made me stay in a cell for the rest of my time. So you got to realize where you're at. You ain't equal with no white folks. White folks, you're not. See, you keep trying to be equal with somebody who's your enemy. You and your enemies, man. Your brothers know all the scriptures that will show you, if you want to read, and you can read good because you're a school teacher, that you're not equal right now with these white folks. They are over you. They're not going to treat you like they treat their own. You got to get that in your head and understand it. Unless you're going to put yourself in jeopardy and you're going to get killed.
Well, I go along with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
That being said, I'm sorry, Aaron, but let me say this, because I want to get this out the way. And we well over time, but it's beautiful. The conversation is beautiful.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
That being said, if we are looking at the documents in history as it is specific to blacks in America, the written Constitution, and whites in America, okay? We were wrote in the Constitution indifferent. Whether you believe in the 3-5 compromise or not, we were wrote in indifferent, other than the fact that they said all men are created equal. We really were not, because of the way we were written into the Constitution.
Right.
So that really backs up what Bishop is saying with respect to our position and how we are thought of and seen in this society by some, not all. By some, not all. So it's a constant uphill battle, which is why I feel like if you are a part of the church,
that's right.
It should not be a determination in terms of a party as far as your hope is concerned, because your hope lies within what the Most High has set up. I think that as a church, we should pray individually that we grow enough character to accept thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. When we accept that philosophy, then none of this other stuff matters.
Well, let me say this.
For our grandkids, our children, and that's human nature. But as far as the church is concerned, I don't think that it's our position to take a side in politics.
Let me say this and get your opinion. Now, you don't ever hear this stuff happen with these Muslim guys. Why is that, Bishop? You don't ever, if that guy showed up, I don't care if he's doing wrong, with a bow tie on and a part in his head, with a final call under his arm, he would be treated totally different. What do you think about that, Bishop?
Well, they're always going to treat white folks better than you, man.
No, I'm talking about a Muslim, black Muslim.
A black Muslim would have been killed too. They don't care about no black Muslim.
Why don't you ever hear that?
Who you think killed Malcolm X?
Malcolm X? Malcolm X
Who you think killed Malcolm X? Who you think? They don't care nothing about no. The only way, now, I'm going to tell you one thing, they killed Malcolm X, Malcolm X got killed. The white folks does not care anything about us as being equal with them. That they do care something about us, because God told them to care something about us. God told them both not against us. Don't treat us bad, because they're using our black skin to get wealthy. Who you think picked all their cotton and their sugar cane?
Right.
See? Exactly. So God told them to do that. But now, the God that told them to do that, some of them ain't going to do it. Some of them is going to treat us wrong. So we don't know who's going to treat us wrong and treat us right. So we're going to be careful for nothing. We ain't going to cause nobody to hurt us. We're going to be careful for nothing because we want to live. Now, I ain't going to, now the police came and got me. The police came and got me. I want to tell you something about the police. Police came and got me and drove me out to my friend's house because he needed my comfort. And me and the police talked on the way out and on the way back. And the police told me, said, all I want to do when I come in contact with a black man is I want him to listen to me. And if he listens to me, then I'm not thinking about doing nothing to him. But I don't want him to override me because I'm the police. So that's the way they feel. They feel like that the police I'm in charge now, so you got to just listen to me. You can't be coming up with nothing. I don't want to hear nothing but listen to me, and you won't get hurt. Now, if you go wrestling with me, if you go trying to take my gun, if you go doing any kind of thing that you ain't supposed to do, then you may get killed.
Well, I want to go back to
the boy that got killed down there that was in the lunch. Remember the boy that was in the line? He got shot in the back. There's a boy in Atlanta got shot in the back. I watched that on TV. Now, the police was talking to me. I think the police should have gave him a break because he wasn't doing nothing wrong. He just went to sleep because he was tired and had been drinking a little liquor.
Right.
But the police, he got to wrestle with the police. He got to trying to take the stun gun from the police because he didn't want to go to jail. So he ended up getting shot in the back. Now, the police should have shot him. The police should at least just should have let him go. He could have had the car, to the keys to the car and everything. We'll pick him up tomorrow. But the police now is dealing with a bunch of people. How many times did me and my brother Anthony was in the police car, and the police, all they did was just, Mama had taught us how to be a little gentleman, and we had no trouble with the police. And then they finally put my brother Anthony in prison for a year. They supposed to put me in there with him, but I got sick, and the juvenile told my mother, come and get Robert because he got the flu up here and he's real sick and we can't be responsible for him. And so that Monday morning they sent my brother Anthony to the Lancaster prison with the young boys. So he got up there because he had to fight with the boys from Youngstown and Cleveland. He was the kind of kid, he's a nice boy, but if you hit him, he's going to fight you. So he went to jail. But it was a blessing to him because we wasn't going to school like we should have went. And they made him go to school up there for 2 years. He ended up with 2 years. But he came out, he had an education, and he got a job at P&G. And he ended up dying with a good retirement in a beautiful house. So the thing is, we got a different group of police, black folks now. These black guys ain't going to pay the police no attention because the cup of fear is off of them. We was going with the cup of fear. You know, these guys is born with the spirit of a lion from the tribe of Judah. They ain't studying the police. And the Democrats done told them that we'll march with you if the police hurt you. So that done made them not even think about doing that with the police.
But
So
I think it's ridiculous that they are out there marching.
I love my people. They just killed a very nice black boy, real nice one. This boy was really nice. He was a gentleman, and they killed him over there in Texas.
Right.
He was breaking up a fight.
Right.
Got somebody was fighting in the restaurant there, and he was breaking it up. The police came and said, "Back off, I got it." But he wouldn't pay the police no attention. Police shot him with the stun gun. He was a body lifter. He was a big guy. And the police was scared of him and shot him and killed him. But if he had just backed off and let the police hound him, but they don't pay no attention to the police now. Because the Democrats say, y'all ain't got to obey no police. We don't disfund the police anyway. The Democrats have made us think that the police is our enemy. The police is not your enemy, baby. He just wants you to listen to him. You want your children to listen to you when you tell them to do something, don't you? You don't want them to tell you nothing. You done told them to sit down, and they ain't paying you no attention. Now you're gonna grab one of them and give him a good little spanking.
Well, I'll think it's more than that. I think
all this stuff ain't racism. Some of it is just
I think these white cops. I think these white cops are scared to death when they come in our neighborhood. And like
who wouldn't be? I'm scared to death to come in your neighborhood.
I can understand, but my thing is, don't come. Send the black cops in there with us. But I want to go back to this. I believe in
I'm going to tell you something I did. I told the city council in Cincinnati, I said, why y'all let the black police take care of our neighborhood and let the white police take care of their neighborhood? They said, well, that's showing racism. We can't do that. We can't do that because that's showing racism.
That was a wise, because I would not go into Spanish. I teach Spanish kids. They come to my school. I don't know all their culture. So I got to get with somebody that could tell me, well, when you say that, they think this. That just makes sense. But I want to go back to and ask you a question. What do you think is the responsibility of the church? I understand. I heard what you were saying about how we got to act more responsibly. What do you think is the role of the church in teaching, particularly our young black boys, to grow up and be gentlemen, as you say? What's the role of the church?
The role of the church is to tell all black kids right now, when they come to the church now, we got to teach white and black the same, because God has no respect to person. See, so he loved the white kids just like he loved the black kids. Now, our job to do to the black kids today is to teach them to love the Lord and to be obedient to their parents and to the society and be productive, be good, clean young men and serve God and don't be stealing nothing or doing nothing wrong. That's what I'm teaching. I got some black boys that are up here in Cincinnati that they treat me like I'm their daddy. I was talking to one this morning, and he done fixed my church up real nice. Took the old nasty carpet up and put down this new tile they got. The place is looking good, and he was in Satan's world, and I showed him how to get out of Satan's world and be productive. So the church got to tell the truth to her, because God is of no respect to person. He loves blokes, black and white, brown and yellow. So I teach them that. That's the job for the church, is to teach the young men to be gentlemen, to stay with their wife, to raise their kids, and be productive. And don't be dependent on nobody to give them nothing. Get up and use your own energy and get a good education. Education is the most important thing right now to black folks. You got to have an education today.
Right.
With an education, I'm going to tell you something about education. With education, you ain't got to worry about white folks no more, because you got the internet, and they don't know what color you is on the internet. So you can make money while you're sleeping on the internet. They don't know what you're black or white. So that's what I teach. I teach all the black boys, white boys too now. I teach them all to be gentlemen. And because the devil is deceiving the whole world. Remember, we get the devil done come down and he done deceive the whole world And so that's what I teach them. That's what I teach them.
Well,
and I'm doing pretty good because I got several black boys that was what you call hustlers that gave up the hustling game, and they're in the real estate business. They buying houses and they are doing nice things. So
I remember from a long way back you doing that kind of thing. I remember that as a kid coming up.
That's what I always did. I always did tell my brothers and sisters how to live in Satan's world. This ain't God's world. God turned the world over to the devil. The Bible said this is the world for the wicked. See, so the main thing is that we got to all what they need to do. What do we need to do? We need to teach our boys be cool, folk, man. You don't need to be wrestling with no police and arguing and carrying on. Thank God that you can go home. You get the police in the courtroom like I did. I got the police in the courtroom. The police stopped me in my black Benz and told me I was speeding. I said, officer, I wasn't speeding. He said, yes, you were. I said, how can I be speeding when the lady in front of me doing 5 miles an hour? He said, well, I'm going to give you a ticket anyway. So I said, well, I'll see you in court. And he gave me the ticket. And I went to court with him, and the judge said, why don't you want to pay the ticket? I said, because he wrote me the ticket, and I wasn't doing nothing wrong. The judge said, well, what do you mean? Why did he write it? I said, well, I was riding in a big old black Benz, and he thought I was a dope boy. And he wanted to look at my car. And so he pulled me over, and I know I wasn't speeding, and he knew I wasn't speeding. The judge asked me, what kind of car is that? I said, it's a Mercedes-Benz. He said, forget about it. You don't own nothing. Case dismissed. A lot of these police just they don't like to see you so successful. White folk don't really like to see a lot of success out of black folk because they know that if a black man get a chance, he gonna go 10 times higher. So they got to keep you at a certain level, baby. You got to understand they got to keep you down. They can't let you get up because you're 10 times smarter than they are. Daniel was 10 times smarter than the Egyptians. Moses was 10 times smarter. Daniel was 10 times smarter than Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was going to kill everybody that was called himself a teacher. And Daniel said, why are you upset, King? He said, because I dreamt a dream and I can't remember. Daniel said, look, go to bed, and I'm going to go to bed too, and in the morning I'll tell you your dream to you. And Daniel went to bed and dreamed the same dream. You're 10 times smarter, but you don't know it because they've been holding you down all your life, man. Right. Come on, man.
That's right.
Don't die in the street. Listen to me. You only got a few more days in America anyway. You're getting ready to go home to your own land. This ain't your land. You're in somebody else's land. Your land is Jerusalem. You're the children of Israel, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right. That's who you are. You're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So I love you, brother. I love you. You and your brother, I love both of y'all. I love the whole family.
You sound good. Let me say this. You sound good. You sound strong. Keep doing what you're doing. It's good to hear your voice.
Okay, thank you so much. Hey, Dan.
Listen, we appreciate you allowing us to come in on the program. I would like to do this more often with younger groups and individuals that are going through the struggle with the same beliefs, so that we can give a different opinions but come to the same approach.
Yeah, that's right.
Obedience to the Most High.
Anytime you want to come in, let me know, and we just have it ready for you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Talk to you later, now, Dan. I love y'all, man.
All right, then. Love you too. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God. Hey, Brother Rick, you on the phone?
Yes, I'm here.
I didn't mean to go that long, man.
Yeah.
But thank you, Rick. Thank you for helping me out. I really appreciate it.
All right.
You think we did all right tonight?
We're still live right now, Bishop.
Well, tell everybody that I love them out there, and I love everybody, and that I want you to understand that we got to work with the police, and we got to wait on the Lord, and He's going to send us a deliverer out of Zion to turn away ungodliness from us. So don't die. Live and enjoy yourself, because you only got a few more years in captivity, and you're going to be back in your own land with your own King David, and you're going to be happy. So stay good, and I'll see you next time. And Brother Rick is going to talk to you for a minute, and then we're going to be all right. God bless you. Thank you very much, Brother Rick. God bless you. Rick, 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 God bless you.